the Georgia-Carolina rivalry, what's the first thing that kind of steps out at you?
You know, just the amount of Georgia players that we have on our team, as from the past and now. You know, they take the game very personal, and so it's a big game for us. It's a big SEC game for us. I mean, it's probably our biggest one that we have, and you know, they're our neighbors, so it's a big that, you know, as recruiting wise, we fight with them all the time, so it's important to us.
Talk about a nameless, faceless opponent. A lot of guys have mentioned that. How hard is that this week, knowing this is a team that came off an SEC title and a national championship appearance?
We just got to approach them like we do everyone else. Look over their film, evaluate it, understand what they're going to do, and go out there and play.
You think it's good to play Georgia early to give you an indication of how you shape up against one of the conference's best teams?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a good matchup, testing us right off the rip, and allows us to get out there and start playing those SEC games and hopefully getting the win.
Zach, what makes them so good defensively?
Just experience, I think. I think that's what helps them out a lot. You know, they're a really good team. They had some players leave, but you know, with them being the SEC championship games and such, you know, a lot of the games they got their guys off the field, so younger players got to get in and actually get reps. So having those reps for those guys now, you know, it's even though those players left this past year, I mean, those other guys probably stepped right up and played into those roles really well.
What memories kind of stand out from what they kind of did last year?
Run the ball. And defensively, you know, they're solid up front. They had some really good guys up front, plugging holes and just playing their ball. So we got to go out there this year and just play our ball.
What do you guys have to do better in the run game? You guys had a good week last week, but what do you guys have to do better going into a team that's obviously a little bit better up front?
We got to move them off the ball. You know, we got to attack them, and we got to set the tempo and you know, make sure we can run the ball efficiently and effectively.
Do you guys feel like you can go faster than what you did last week against Georgia?
Yeah, no, definitely. So sometimes if the refs were to speed it up a little bit more, we probably would have. But no, we can definitely go faster. But they're a good team, so we just got to make sure we're pounding them up front and moving them off the ball.
What's the mindset of the team right now, and how excited are you guys just to have this chance to show what you can do?
We're very excited. We're ready just to get out there. Like I said, we've been working all off season. So this past weekend was great just to finally get out and hit someone else. But this is a big game for us. And so just to get out there and hit our opponents, big SEC game. So we're excited for it.
It's almost like having back-to-back season openers just because of the emphasis that is placed on this one, even though you guys are supposed to treat it just like any other game. But there's a lot at stake.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, this is a big game for us, but we just got to approach it like we do every other game, and watch film and evaluate them and understand what they're doing and how to best block them.
How much can you learn from a team watching film from the season opener where they won, I guess, by 40-something points like Georgia did?
You know, you look over the film, you evaluate it, you kind of see what they're doing, see how they're playing really. If they're playing up to their par, they're playing to the team on the other side's par. So understanding them, and then from there, kind of going back and looking at some other film, and kind of see, you know, how they were later on or last year. So understanding their moves and their techniques.
Feel good for you to be back in guard?
Yeah. It's awesome being back in guard, back in the trenches. Still learning, still got to correct some things up, but I'm always wanting to learn, always want to get better.
What do you think you did well last week, and what do you think you need to improve on?
Pass protection, I thought we were really, really good, but we can still work on that, and then just moving people off the ball. You know, we got to keep moving them. Last week was primarily they're in an even front, and this week they're going to give us a little bit of both. So being able to transition and then move on the fly, and us be able to counter that and still understand that we know our blocks and what we're doing.
You feel like with you and Sedarius and Donnell in the interior that y'all can pull more effectively this year than maybe last year?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're really good at pulling. We're fast, and if we can get on those edges and get those guys knocked down so our backs can make the right reads and the right cuts and get some yards. So, I mean, we're excited for pulling. We enjoy it. So it's just another element to our game that makes us better.
Based on one game, obviously, so a small sample size, how do you think that the new offense, the new tempo specifically, will help you run the ball against really good defensive lines?
Speed. When you run speed plays and such, it's different, or it's difficult for defenses to kind of get their plays in, understand what they're doing, and being able to run certain things where they might try and block this, but we're actually doing something else. Because not every speed play is a run, and not every speed play is a throw. So they just won't know. And going fast, it's harder for them to get guys in the game, and also for them to get rest.
Do you think you'll go faster this week than you did last week overall?
Possibly. That's coach's decision, not mine. I don't really know what his game plan is for it. We'll know probably within tomorrow or the next day. Kind of know the gist of it. Today at practice, we're just focused on staying low and hitting hard.